Recently, we've been talking a lot about factors, and you've even used them early this week to find the greatest common factor in your calculations. So we're going to move forward today and make a switch from factors to multiples. And we're going to use this chart as a little introduction activity because a lot of times sixth graders get factors and multiples mixed up. They switch them. So this chart is going to help you keep straight or have a good understanding of the difference between factors of a number and multiples of a number. So take a look at what we have done already on our chart. I'm starting up here with the number 2, and you can see on the left here is where my factors are going to live. I have an arrow starting here and going towards the number 2 because I want you to understand and remember that factors create this number 2. We use them to make 2. So what factors does 2 have? Well, we have them in our chart already, 1 and 2. Those are the only 2 factors of 2 because you know by now that 2 is a prime number. So then what is a multiple? Well, if you look at my arrow, the arrow is on this side, the multiple side is going away from 2. That's because multiples use the number 2 to create larger numbers. So factors, we use factors to create 2, and then multiples, we use the 2 to create our multiples. The multiples of 2 we can easily get to because we're very used to counting by 2 or skip counting by 2 are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And does our list end there? It does not. We could keep going. I could keep writing and writing and writing. So please understand that multiples are infinite, meaning they never end. We could continue to count by 2s forever and ever until we're old and gray. But for the purpose of our activities this week, we're probably not going to be writing them forever. We'll stop after maybe 7, 8 multiples once we get them on our list. Factors, though, do not go on forever. We know by now each number has its own specific number of factors based on what that number is. So let's take a look at a couple more examples on our chart. We're going to go down here to the number 18. So 18, if I start listing my factors of 18, I'm of course thinking to myself, what do I use to multiply together to create 18? Well, if I'm doing it in order, which we probably should be, I'm going to think in pairs, and my first set is 1 times 18. My second set, 2 times 9, and my third set, 3 times 6. So my list of factors that make 18 are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. But what about multiples? Remember we said multiples go away from 18, meaning we're going to take 18 and we're going to use it to create its multiples. So essentially we are counting by 18 or skip counting by 18. Or what we're really doing is multiplying that 18 times every number. So for instance, our first multiple of 18 would be, what is 18 times 1? That is 18. What is 18 times 2? That is 36. 18 times 3 is 54. Now, do we expect you to have these memorized? Absolutely not. But you do need to come up with them correctly. So you might want to do the multiplication on a scrap piece of paper and then list them in your chart. So let's do the next few multiples of 18. So I did 18 times 1 is 18, 18 times 2 is 36, 18 times 3 is 54, 18 times 4 is 72, 18 times 5 is 90, and I'll go one more. 18 times 6 is 108. So those are on the left, the factors of 18, what we use to create 18. And then on the right, the multiples of 18, what we use 18 to create by multiplying it. So now it's your turn, kiddos, to give it a try. You're going to open up your Google Doc of your factors and multiples chart and fill in the numbers here that we did not do together. So the 6, 10, 12, and so on. After you're finished, or one or two numbers at a time, whatever you would like, you're going to take a look at the key and see how you're doing. Does that mean just copy it down without trying? Nope, try and then look at the key to see how you did with coming up with your factors and multiples.